200 days since the eruption of war in the Gaza Strip, ceasefire efforts are still ongoing, even though it remains to be seen whether mediators in Egypt, Qatar, and the United States will be able to resolve the crisis. Since its start on October 7, the war has only stopped for 1 week, following an Egyptian-Qatari mediated agreement in November, during which more than 100 of its hostages and Israel freed about 3 times this number of Palestinian prisoners. Since that, at first the mediators have been pushing for another broader and more comprehensive agreement, but their efforts have not borne fruit so far. During the past month, the hope of achieving a truce rose at times and faded at others, as the mediators' efforts stumbled at continued Israeli conditions. At the end of January, hope was pinned on the framework of a 3-stage truce agreement, each lasting 40 days. The framework was agreed upon at a meeting in Paris that was attended by the intelligence chiefs of Egypt, the United States, and Israel. In addition to the Qatari Prime Minister, they expected that the proposal would ultimately lead to talks over ending the war completely. But this framework, which was described as constructive by officials, didn't translate into reality after 6 rounds of indirect negotiations, which moved from Paris to Cairo to Doha and then back to Paris. Towards the end of the month of Ramadan, Cairo hosted a new round of negotiations, during which the director of the CIA called for a 6-week truce. However, the mediators were unable to convince both parties to accept the deal, so the negotiations reached a deal end. Despite that, the Egyptian Foreign Minister Sameh Shoukry confirmed in an interview that the talks were continuing and have never been interrupted, even though an agreement has not been reached yet.